Hi, friends and fellow Earth Angels. It's Gladys, and I am back with the monthly vlog as we cruise into October. We are officially in the last quarter of 2018, and I've done a lot of reflection over the last month from September into October so far, and I feel like this year for a lot of people has been a lot of deep inner work, separating from the pack, making adjustments and changes in your private life, your personal life, also with career and relationships. Those dynamics have been really adjusting. And I feel like September was a month to really kind of put things on pause and reflect. And October is a time to start taking action again, but I feel like we're being called to be aware of balance. So, as caregivers, we have this calling to do work of service, to be of service. And I feel like a lot of times, myself included, we can fall into the trap of needing to please. So, I feel like October's energy is teaching us to begin to take action, servicing others in a way that appeals to our gifts and talents, but also being mindful to take time to balance and reflect upon how we're being of service and how we are saying yes and no to things. And really, it is how are you pushing yourself in a way that you're doing it to please others, and how are you making adjustments in your own life according to what your heart guides you to. And I feel like, that's a common thing with, caregivers, healers, earth angels, light workers, empaths, is that we make a lot of decisions based on what's going to be pleasing to others. And we don't want to let people down. And the awakened soul is now making choices and decisions based on the need of our hearts, our souls, our guidance. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more people becoming empowered with the word no, and I say that in the most loving, gentle way, and really putting themselves first. So as you go into October, it's a season for fall. There's a lot more fun activities. I love haunted houses, hay rides, apple picking, all that good stuff. And it's so easy to get caught up with those have-tos and shoulds. So I'm encouraging you for the month of October to check in with the parts of yourself to see if you have the time, the energy, the money, the care to do the things that you're being asked to do. Now, that doesn't mean you can't maintain yourself and taking showers, brushing your teeth, cleaning your home, the laundry. I'm saying make choices in how you're serving others and how you're doing things, how you're making decisions on pleasing others and what you're doing for yourself. So I get the image so often of like the seesaw, and for the last few years, I feel like the seesaw has been flipped. We've been working with others, then we were working with ourselves, and then working with others and ourselves. And I feel like going into this last quarter is a good time to be mindful of like integrating both of them. So, for example, if I can explain it a little further, in the work that I do, there is a lot of uncertainty. So I never know who's going to walk through the door. I never know what's going to be said. I've been doing a lot of home groups lately with families connecting with their loved ones, and I never know what I'm walking into. Remember, everybody's bringing their own energy and expectations for the night, and so for a very long time, I wasn't really aware of how my life carries so much uncertainty. And it was the uncertainty, the mass amounts of uncertainty and lack of balance, let's say, of certainty that brought up a lot of anxiety for me, brought up a lot of dysfunction in my energy and my connection with family and friends and clients. And so what I realized at the beginning of the was that I was severely lacking structure in other ways. So over the summer, I really started to adjust my schedule and find what worked for me. So now I have certainty in knowing, for example, that I have Tuesdays and Sundays off. And I am out of the office by 5:30 on Mondays, but yet I have late appointments on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I have late Friday afternoons open, but I'm open Sunday mornings and afternoons. So this is a schedule that really works for me. So last week I had 3 groups, one on a Thursday night, one on a Friday night, and one on a Saturday night. And the beautiful thing is I loved the groups. And Saturday night when I left the group, I'm like, wow, that was great, but I'm feeling a little burnt. It's a lot of energy to carry, but my certainty was I have Sunday off and I don't have to do anything on Sunday if that's what I choose. And it carried a degree of certainty. So when I started to get anxious in the uncertainty, I had that golden nugget. And this is what I mean about balance. How is the lack of structure creating more uncertainty in your life if you are somebody who's going off on your own, developing your own talents, your own gifts? Maybe you're running a business, maybe you're a manager at an office and you never know really what's going to come up. And I find with people like us, earth angels, so I don't have to keep saying it over and over again, for earth angels, I find that we can sometimes be rebellious. So I'm a rules follower, but so here's what I tell people that I work with, like my bookkeeper and anybody else I'm working with at a project basis. I say, I'm really good at following directions. If you tell me, Gladys, this is what needs to be done, this is the date, this is the time, and this is in the manner that I need it, I'm going to get it done. If you tell me what to do, it's not going to work out well for us. So I know this about myself. So it's all about the communication into something. All right, give me A, B, C, and D. So I find that earth angels can be a little bit rebellious, like we don't like to be told what to do. And so what happens is when we have a lot of uncertainty in our life and a lot of people telling us what to do, structure and creating structure for ourselves can feel like rules, and then we eventually rebel against ourselves and we play this game of burnout. So I'm going to eject from the world, and then I'm going to go and do everything for the world, and then eject from the world, and so on and so forth. So I feel like for October, as you're going into whatever it is that you're doing, it's a transition time. People are cleaning out their closets, getting rid of summer stuff, bringing in the fall and winter stuff. As much as I cringe to say that, it's happening. And I find that if we can be more mindful in the actions that we're taking, and we're taking it in accordance to our heart and what our heart truly desires and needs to be a replenished soul, I feel like we'll be more empowered and uplifting. And it's not about telling people your energy no longer serves me anymore, I can't be with you and or around you. It's just getting busy doing the things that you love to do with yourself or with others, whatever that choice is. I know loneliness has been a big thing for a lot of people, and I feel like that is the ejection from an energy of us needing to please, to help people, to fix them, save them, change them, make them better. And now we're moving into a space of learning how to be with ourselves when we're not with others. And God can fill that void of loneliness, that light, that divine energy. I feel like the masculine and feminine energy is coming together in a lot of ways to work together. I should rephrase, the awakened souls, or the souls that have gone through their dark night stuff, who are awakened and more aware of what's happening spiritually around me. I feel like the masculine and feminine energy are coming together to work together to co-create this love vibration on the planet. And that may be with, like, again, masculine, feminine isn't necessarily boy, girl, but it's however you resonate. We embody both of those energies within us. And I feel like there's this harmony coming together on so many levels of this masculine and feminine. For example, I am a provider for myself. I've got a business to take care of, and I've got bills to pay. But I'm also a girl, and I love girly things, and I love to cry at romance movies and read romance novels, and I love to dress up, and I love jewelry, and I love to create. I'm a nurturer. That triple Cancer mom energy. So I love to embody both aspects of that. And I feel like it's something that so many of us are kind of falling into. And then we're connecting with people around us who are more in this energy. So today, for the cards for the month, I figured I wanted to connect with the parts of you and me. So I'm going to pull an angel of the month, and then I'm going to pull a card from your inner child, and then a love card from your soul, and then a God card. So the intention is to connect with the parts of you and what are the messages from these parts to you this month. So let's get into it. I have my Archangel deck, Adoring Virtue, and as I shuffle the cards, I'm going to ask that the cards that come forth be for all of our best and highest good. Everybody that's watching for this month and times forward, I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for our best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. Okay, so the angel this month is... I love this! Archangel Ariel with courage, friends. Now, if you've been following my weekly Sunday angel card reading, so every Sunday I've been doing an angel card reading, and Archangel Ariel she's come up for the last 6 weeks, she's come up probably, I think, 4 times in the last 6 weeks. I think at one point she came 3 weeks in a row. Then Raziel came in, and then she came in the next week with Archangel Gabriel. And here she is for the month of October. So her message to us is be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. As I was saying, there's a lot of change. There's a lot of transformation happening. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of situations and experiences that are really testing what you believe. There's a lot of difficult, challenging energy out there that's really sucking people in. And then there's also energy out there that says we want to love and we want to play, we want to laugh and we want to dance. But I'll tell you, the circles that you're surrounded by, these old paradigms, don't understand this. They don't get it. So when you stand up for yourself, your beliefs, Ariel is with you being courageous. She's also the angel of prosperity. She encourages you to spread your wings and fly. And one of the other things is she's a great balance of the masculine and feminine energy. If you see the lion and lioness back there, she comes in with the balance of the masculine and feminine. And here I say, we're talking about coming in harmony with this energy to balance the scales. So courage is the word this month. So what are you being courageous about? What are you taking that leap on? Know that Archangel Ariel is there with you. She sends bunnies when she's around, and also the Little Mermaid is another energy that she comes in with. So if you're seeing like redheads or mermaids or bunnies around, it's a sign to be courageous. And one of the things that I sat with the bunnies, I was like, why bunnies? Part of it is because she works with St. Francis and the animals. But bunnies is something that I resonated with because what I noticed about a bunny is when there is danger, the bunny doesn't fight. The bunny just leaves and just takes off and goes to another place where there's harmony. And I feel like so often we get sucked into that energy of wanting to fight and battle it out, but we are the ones that end up being tired, depleted, and drained from it. And sometimes I feel like we're better off just opting out of that energy and going somewhere else that feels better. I've been doing that a lot in my own life and really opting out. Like, if I'm in a supermarket and there's just like some negative experience or something, I just leave the aisle and go to another aisle. And my thought is like, why do I get involved with that? And in a way, that's taking back my power. It's saying, you know what? Angels, God, universe, I don't really want to be part of this. And so you're ejecting from that energy and kind of going somewhere else. Again, it's not pointing the finger and saying your energy is no longer serves you, because you really get sucked into it like good or bad. They're right, I'm wrong. So Ariel can be amazing with helping us with the bunnies as a reminder, like, hey, if you don't like where you are, if it's scary, move on. Go somewhere else. Those bunnies just take off, and guess what? They survive. They're harmonious. They're certainly fun, and powerful. So let's get into your inner child. So these are my cherub angel cards by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to connect with your inner child, my inner child, the collective's inner child. And let's see what message the inner child has to say. Because I'll tell you, you've been doing a lot of deep inner work for and with your inner child. So I think that's important. Perfect. Whom do you enjoy being with? Look at this little sweetie. I thought there was a bunny at first. Look at this little sweetie with a little chickadee there. How sweet. And as we talk about our energy, as we talk about co-creating, the question is, whom do you want to be with? So when you're checking in and you're kind of taking off from that other negative energy, shutting off the TV, walking away from confrontation, if it makes you feel yucky, there's no point to be there because you're just going to deplete your own energy. And I'll tell you, when you're depleted, you are not creating. You're not living your best life. You're not coming up with all this imaginative stuff and creative stuff. It really just kind of heaviness and just wipes you out a little bit. So whom do you enjoy being with? Whom do you enjoy being around? And I say so often when I talk to clients, they're like, gosh, I feel really good. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Or they tell me something and I'm like, gosh, thank you for bringing that up. I completely understand. When I get off the phone or in that moment, I'll say, God, bring me more clients like that or something even better. If somebody's letting me go in a stop sign, I'll say, gosh, God, bring me more helpful people like that in my life or something even better. I'm just really acknowledging the experiences that I want to have, and it's giving me opportunity to co-create. So I've noticed that I have some really great people in my life right now who are a wonderful support system. They're balanced in their own self. They're smart and they're wise, but we're all going through stuff. And looking back at the beginning of the year, I really felt like I had this unstable foundation that I had created by giving too much and pleasing and not, taking any time for myself. And so I look at this last quarter and I'm like, man, I've got some really wonderful people in my life. I've done some good inner work because I've always affirmed who I want to spend my time with, who I want to be around. So let's go into your soul. These cards are Whispers of Love. Oh, I always do that. Whispers of Love. These are beautiful cards. I mean, I cannot get enough of these. They're a little big for my hand, so I'm a little awkward when I shuffle them. So let's connect with the Souls Collective. The collective of the souls. What is the message for the collective from your soul? Romance! Ooh! This card says, lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Look at this beautiful energy. It's like the masculine and the feminine once again coming in harmony. So if you're out there and you've been doing your inner work for love and romance, here's a card that says it's on the way. I feel like even this embodies the energy of falling in love with yourself, romance for yourself. Sometimes me just putting on some soft music, and I just had a nice cup of tea the other day, and I was sitting down and I was reading this really good book, and I felt like, you know what, I really do love my space. I love myself in a way that I've done really good work, and I can finally feel stable in that. And so romance comes on so many levels. So if it's a love thing, if it's a twin flame thing, I've been doing a lot of research on twin flame energy. It's coming, the masculine and feminine is coming into balance and it's coming into harmony. Again, lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. And if you're single, if you're still looking or maybe searching or manifesting and creating that twin flame energy, that partner, to spend time with and really do life together with, the best thing you can do is do this for yourself. Laugh and play and sing and dance, and I promise you, I've seen it work over and over and over again, myself and others, how when you fall in love with yourself, everything else around shifts and you call in this beautiful energy. Yay! Thank you, soul. So, and if you're in twin flame energy and you're looking for that soul love or that romance, this is a card that's saying it's coming into your vibration. Our souls, again, as a twin flame, it's like two parts of the same soul. So the soul energy could be saying, we're here to reintegrate the energy of love back on the planet. The last 9-year cycle, 2008 to 2016, I found that was a time of awakening. It was a time for healing through pain for a lot of people. And I find this next 9-year cycle we've moved into 2017 to about 2025. The theme has been so far reintegrating the energy of true love back on the planet. So these first couple of years have been true love with the self, understanding and knowing who we are now in this new vibration and this energy. And because of that, we're now radiating out and calling in other true love vibrations. So maybe, like I said, twin flames are coming together. If you're in a relationship, the depth of your relationship, if you've been growing together, is becoming more intense. And we're really here to be an example for love on the planet. I mean, a lot of us have had experiences, maybe negative experiences with love, and that's how we've learned to love. And now when we give ourselves that time to be with ourselves and to be romantic with ourselves or get to know what it is that we like and what we don't like, we're calling in that vibration to match, to really be out there in the world. You know, I say so often, like, God, send me a Tony and Sage kind of relationship. The Hendricks, I believe it's Gay and Katie Hendricks, they're really great relationship coaches. I've really been, Joanna and Chip Gaines, again, another power couple who are really doing life together. So again, if this is a love thing, look to see who's out there that's being a model for what it is that you desire. And you will naturally call into that vibration as you go into that space and being open with the open heart and open mind. Okay, so this is getting a little long. So let's finish it up with God's message to you. So let's see, God, how would you like to finish the cards for this month? What message do you have for us? You need to hear, see, feel, and know right now. It says, move boldly into a golden future. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Friends, this is the promised land. I feel like this is, look how beautiful that energy is. Just feel it for a moment. Feel it in your heart. Feel it fill up your vibration. I feel like God is saying, with him, all things are possible. So often I say when I talk to clients about priorities, for me, my priorities are God, me, and then everybody else. If you are a parent with young children, the priorities can be God, you, your babies, and then everybody else, depending on the age of your children. But it's always God and you. So anytime I'm doing something, I really try to check in with my heart and my guidance to see if it's right for me. I know if I'm going into my brain too much because my head hurts and I'm confused and I'm frustrated. And so God has been a priority of mine. I start my day off with saying the Our Father, the Hail Mary. I then go into the Jesus prayer. And there's a phenomenal book on the Jesus prayer, which is fabulous. And then the last one is the prayer of Jabez. And I've adjusted that a little bit for words that resonate with me. But those are my 4 go-to prayers to connect with Source and to be with myself. I used to just get up and go onto social media and see what's happening, and my energy just got really messy. that's the right word. So I just made a decision that I'm going to start my day differently. And you know, the the connection with God is really important to me. It is a priority to me, and I know that doing His work, being an example of this heavenly light on the planet, is what's going to bring more of us together. And I feel like, God, I can't get enough. Look at that. Look at that heart. I don't know. It's kind of like, look at that heart energy. So beautiful. Move boldly into a golden future. He's saying, you've done good work. I'm here with you, supporting you. So again, if this relationship with God, source, creator, universe, father, love, whatever that divine energy is for you, has been a little broken, check in with him. Remember, the universe abides by the law of free will, and they don't intervene unless we're asking. So call on God, source, creator. Check in with your soul. Remember, it's all connected to love. All love, 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 love. Be courageous in it. Who are you spending your time with? Connect with that romantic energy. It's really not meant for us to do life alone and to suffer and to be miserable and get caught up in drama and games. And then also too, with that, he will take you to the promised land. I just did a podcast this week that went out, and one of the things was, I just lost my thought. I did a podcast. God, what was it about? I just lost my thought. I think I'm done. You know, when I channel these messages, like thoughts and images and ideas come rapidly, and then all of a sudden, it's just gone. I lost it. On my YouTube channel, if you're watching this, my podcast is on there. I'm going to hit end, and I'm going to remember what I wanted to say. Golden Courage Podcast. I don't know, friends. I guess I'm done. It's been 27 minutes. Maybe I'll need to go somewhere and do something. Thank you for watching. I just want to share that I have a couple classes, Magnified Healing. I shared last month that this is my personal healing modality that I use on a regular basis. I've used it for the last, since 2010. So the last 8 years. No, actually, I think 2007. Sorry, friends, 7. So over 10 years, I've been using this modality. It just really, it brings peace into my life. So that's October 19th. It's Friday from 6:30 to 8:30 on the 19th, and then both days of the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, the 20 and 21st from 9:30 to 5:30. It's a full class. We talk sacred names. We talk science and spirituality. We talk about bridging the gap. We talk about God Most High of the universe. Kuan Yin oversees this modality. She's the goddess of mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. It is a loaded weekend, super powerful. And then I have an integrated energy therapy, or IET basic class coming up on November 19th. It's a Saturday from 9:30 to 6:30. So if you're watching this in my newsletter, the link is below, and you can register, read more about those classes. I will also put the link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube to those classes. I offer private sessions. You know, my sessions aren't meant to be premonitions and to tell you what to do, but to offer you support, comfort you, give you another perspective, some guidance. Maybe you're struggling, you're feeling stuck. Private sessions and divine guidance or life purpose, or even connecting with your loved ones have been amazing lately. And what else? That's it. I will send you love with heavenly hugs. I wish you an awesome October, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye, friends.